All right, so check it. I got a great one here for you today. We're going to be talking about short side passing combinations and why the route I'm about to show you today, the tight end super stem curl, is one of the most difficult to defend routes in all of Madden 25. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell, get out your notepads and your pens, and let's get after it. Now, the reason that this is such a hard concept to defend is that if you guys choose an offense that basically has trips receivers and a tight end attached to the backside with a running back. So we're talking about a bunch tight end or maybe even a trips tight end type set. If you go to the effort to put the trips to the wide side of the field, what is going to occur is you're going to see a behavior out of cover 3 and cover 4 defenses where the hook zone that is on the weak side is going to run over to the other side of the field. And this concept is going to open up backside throws in this formation. Now, of course, when you're in a trip style set like the one that I'm showing you right here, most of the attention generally goes over towards the side with more receivers. It's only natural. Most players are going to not only use that side with the hook, but they're going to tend to lurk over that side as well and not really understand that the computer in the weak side hook is not going to do a good job of defending his short area of the field on the weak side of the formation. So take, for instance, this cover 4 style defense. What I'm going to do right here is I'm going to put the tight end on a curl route. I'm going to custom stem it up. So it's, give or take 15 to 20 yards. And then the only thing I need to do on the trip side of the formation is make sure that a slot receiver, preferably closer towards the offensive line, is running a vertical route. So in this case, I'm going to put Rome Odunze on a streak route. So we basically have a situation where this hook zone defender is going to drift towards the trip side of the formation, and this safety is going to sag super, super deep due to the verticality of Rome Odunze. And as you might imagine, with those players in that spot, Olsen is going to be wide open here on this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up this route combo so that maybe we have some other options. What I might do is put a hitch in the right slot. Maybe we go with a speed out, custom stemmed up on the outside just to throw a deep out route. But what you're going to see when the ball is snapped is that the two zones I talked about are going to drop way too deep, and this throw is going to be absolutely money in that 25 to 30 yard range. So let's take a look at the instant replay here, kind of zoom out and take a look at those two zones that I was mentioning. Again, the left side linebacker off the ball and the left safety. When we snap the ball, the left side linebacker drifts over to the trip side. This is to help get better numbers towards that trip side. And then you see Rome Odunze on the right seam on offense, pushing vertically in the seam, carrying not only the safety over the top of him, but the safety on Greg Olsen's side. If we roll this back a little bit, this allows us to have a gigantic patch of turf to throw the ball into. You'll notice that on the outside, Jalen Johnson not really in a spot here in his outside quarter to drive on this throw. And this is an easy completion. Now, if you guys enjoyed this type of content, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell, and make sure you guys check out my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. In our first vault update of March, we did a checkpoint update. This essentially is bringing everybody up to speed on all the blocking concepts you need against 3-2, 1-4, double mug, 6-1, 3-4 odd. Really any blitz style that you see, I've got a vault video that breaks down the way that you block all of these blitzes simply so you can move the ball effectively. And I also did a route combination checkpoint, of which this route combo is just a small portion of like the 15 to 20 route combos that I show that attack the most prominent coverages you face online. The Vault is a weekly updated source on the website that helps you stay on top of the meta, or the most effective tactics available. Essentially what the pro players are doing in the community, how it works, and how to counter it when you face it online. On top of that, you guys get also every offensive and defensive game plan and members only Discord access, where we have lab sessions where you can attend and ask questions about things that you're struggling with and get live answers on the spot so you're a better player overnight. You guys get those lab sessions at no additional cost. Your membership only costs $9.95 a month, $14.95 if you want to bundle college football as well. I did do a checkpoint vault update for that game, so make sure you guys take a look at that. and we're gonna get back into the video. Now, why is this an important concept? Well, you guys may recall that we did a breakdown of a short side route combination known as flat streak. With this, you need some sort of tight end or slot receiver attacking the flat, and then you need the running back running a streak. The reason that this was effective is that you could basically have that same hook defender run over towards the trip side, and then you'd have this little throw out of the backfield that is really, really hard to defend. And as you might recall, I kind of showed you guys that the only way that you can counter this is by shading the defense down so that this hook zone will basically stay on the running back. Well, if you go ahead and snap the football and you notice that that hook zone is staying low on the running back, that's a alert to you that you could go with the route combo we're breaking down as the focus of this video. So whether they're playing stock or they're shading underneath to keep that hook zone low, we can go right back to this concept. And in fact, you actually may notice that if you run a stock cover 4, sometimes they do press Rome Odunze. So I'll kind of just show you here. I'm snap the ball real quick. Notice how they jam Odunze. That can sometimes impede his ability to get vertical, and that will kind of make it so that safety doesn't drop off the curl as fast. When that happens, it's quite annoying. And if they do decide to do that, one of the simple concepts you could call would actually be to run a curl route custom stemmed up in the other side. This way you could throw the ball to the left or the right against the shaded down style of cover 4. So this is going to allow you to kind of, really attack that second level of the defense in a manner that is quite difficult. You see right there that even a shaded down hook on the wide side of the field is not going to get to that curl route. So the key here will be that once they start going to the shaded down portion of the defense to keep that hook on the left side, this is going to be kind of your alert that you can run, a shallow cross underneath. You're going to see right here that with this drag route, it's going to end up being open in this little area of the field underneath. So this is kind of the way that you could play what I call a litmus test. You sense, are we playing stock covers or are we shading it? You'll know right away by how this weak side linebacker behaves. And then from there, that's going to tell you whether or not you can attack underneath or not. Because the funny part is that when I shade down on the defensive controller, you would think that that would make it so that the curl would even be more open. But the truth is that with this particular concept, that hook is going to drop underneath of that, and then you're going to be able to throw this ball into this area of the field. So a shaded down hook on the short side of the field is going to still guard a deep, deep curl, and that's going to open up a huge patch of turf. So again, I'll kind of illustrate this again to you. You might even go ahead and run a slant right here because it's going to break into this wide open area. I mean, look how easy this is to exploit with a shaded down hook. So you're going to have that little shallow cross window quite easily. The other thing that shading down is going to do, obviously, is that's going to make it very, very hard to guard a corner route. So in the event that you are facing the shaded down coverage, what you could do is still run the streak to Odunze and then the custom stem curl to Olsen. But then you basically just go ahead and put Y on a corner route. You might even custom stem it down a little bit, and then just leave the runoff route on that side. And the reason you would do this is you could motion snap this to the inside and run it into the sideline so it breaks into this little tender area of the shaded down zone. Whether it's cover 3 or cover 4, it's not gonna matter. So your opponent can't win for losing here with this adjustment. They either leave the curl wide open, they leave the running back check down seam wide open, or they shade down, which is gonna open up the drag underneath of the curl, or you could just use these motion little corner routes or throw really anything into the intermediate sideline against the shaded down defense. I think the take home for this video at the end of the day is that you start off running something and you have to recognize what counters it and what that means. If you understand, hey, this curl is always open unless your opponent shades down, once you see that curl no longer open, you know that's what it is, and you know immediately what you can go to off of that. Nothing I showed you here was a glitch or a one-play touchdown. It's a very simple and effective way to pick up anywhere from 10 to 20 to 30 yards on simplified reads that are wide open and require almost no timing base at all. Now, of course, if you guys like this content, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. But also, if you guys struggle with blitz metas as well, I would strongly urge you guys to go to the website, because it's not going to matter whether or not they shade when they're running this RAM Blitz that everybody seems to like. And if you guys obviously come up across that, we're going to have ways that can counter this, and you'll be able to continue moving the ball effectively. So when you run into this RAM Blitz, obviously you're going to see right here, you can still run this concept and there's not a hook to worry about. You just have to worry about picking up the pressure and having 3 seconds. And if we can provide that to you, which we will there on the website in our blocking checkpoint video, you'll be equipped against this and the crossfire and any other mug, whether it's 6-1 or the 3-4 odd or the double mug. You'll be able to move the ball effectively with concepts that I show you here that you're not getting really anywhere else on the internet. So make sure you guys are taking a look at Gridiron, check those vault updates, install all the content on the website, but then also all this other content here on the YouTube channel that I do absolutely free. I'm gonna get up out of here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. Let's get this week rolling. Until then, this is Zan, get in the lab and good luck.